Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Moonbreaker. My name is Dominic Underhallhouse, and today we're going to be looking at playing some more PvP. So, one of the things that we've been looking at recently is we've been building our own lists, and the one that we're working on at the moment is an AoE and movement based list with Zaxjakar as the captain. So, as it stands at the moment, we're kind of happy with this. I like the sort of setup so far, but we've made a couple of changes previously, including... In fact, no, the main change was just to bring in Jailbreak over... I can't remember his name now. It was instead of... I'm assuming this is Swap. Who was it? I'll recognise it when I see it. It was one of the vehicles... Rickety Backfire, that was it. So it's instead of Rickety Backfire, because Rickety Backfire basically was dealing more damage to himself, or as much damage to himself as he was to enemies, and without sort of a, one good alpha strike, it wasn't really worth it for me. I feel like if he reduced one damage from his own attack, so he didn't just two-shot himself, I'd be much more inclined to play it. So we're going to play this again. I want to try Kwani Thicket. We haven't got to play that yet. We want to try use Jailbreak. I don't think we used him in the previous run as well. And then all of these I think we've used to quite good effect. Snareling was brilliant in the last game, just kept Extelior off of us completely. We haven't used much of Pyro or much of Chuck and Co, but we have used them. So yeah, it's only those two units that we haven't used. So we could go into another PvP game and give it a go. And one of the things that I'm going to try and do in the meantime is I'm going to try and learn to play a little bit quicker, but while still talking through everything. So it may not happen immediately, it won't happen in this video most likely, but what I want to be doing is being able to maybe fit, a couple of games into a video, something like that, so you've got a little bit more variety. For now, we're still learning, there's still a lot to go through, so it's going to be sort of one at a time. But hopefully we can start putting two together as well. So we did have some cargo run games that were a little bit quicker, we could put two together at that point. It wasn't the most successful, but we did the best we could. So we found an opponent. Let's see what we're against now. I'm enjoying seeing the different lists. Extelior seems to be still the sort of solid choice. I'm curious as to what level our opponent is, because we seem to be coming against a bit of variety.
Found him.
Okay. So these were doing animations before, I'm not sure why they've stopped. We can have a look at that. Cinder Infusion I think is really, really good, and I think it's good with us as well. Stim Burst and Disruptor Beam is also good. Escape Hatch and Stasis Field. I like all of these, but I want to try Cinder Infusion because we've got at least 4 casters in our list. So I'm hoping they sort of move down. Down is like the go-to for what we want. They're level 0. Okay, so we've got at least a 1 level advantage. This is good because it gives us line of sight. Who did we get here? So we've actually got no one that we can even use turn 1, but we can deploy Snareling turn 2, who I really like, especially with a Extelior against us. I'm not going to deploy the Sleeper Mine. I'm going to keep my distance a bit further back and just use our range attack. Try and push him back slightly. It missed, but that's fine. It is what it is. I didn't look at what the percentage chance was there, but it's reasonable. So I wonder if there's emotes. Yeah, we have got emotes here as well. So you got. Is that Rickety Backfire? Is that the what's his name? Okay, I want to Rickety Backfire, or it's got to be Rickety Backfire because it's 3. Yeah. So I think actually we poke that. Yeah, it is. So there's a good chance that actually just kills itself on the next turn. So what we do need to do though is make sure we keep Snareling out of range. So the first thing we can do is just cast our range attack here. Just try and deal the 2 damage. Perfect. We're then going to move up here, which will then give us the option of playing Snareling even further back and make it almost impossible for Rickety Backfire to get over there. I'm going to try and put it here so it's got more line of sight blocked as well. And this is our turn. So next turn we have got 3, which is nothing we can do here. But then the following turn we should have 7. So I'm probably going to be looking at using some of these abilities. Okay, Stim Burst is interesting. So obviously Extelior wants to be moving, but that still puts us in range of our guy up there to Snareling to sort of potentially hold him back. But we could also just potentially take out Rickety Backfire as well. They've reinforced, so that's all their Cindergon for the turn. I don't even know if this is even going to give them a line of sight, and it could give us a couple of really nice attacks here. I think that was a mistake. Oh, we've got Cinder Infusion here. Okay, so we can go up to 6, so we can use Gravity Disc, we can use this. I think we're going to use Cinder Infusion. It doesn't make sense not to. I think we're probably looking at Florio Lancer to be most efficient, and then just a Sleeper Mine, but Florio can just go back here.
You mess up the wax!
So if we move to this angle, and actually we want Snareling to go first, because Snareling 77, so that was a miss. I'm going to put the Sleeper Mine there, and then we will just get the attack off as well. This has put us in a bad position because I was kind of banking on hitting there. We don't think there's anything else we can do there, so that'll do. We probably take 3 damage on something here. So they got... Oh, so they're Orbital Strike. Okay, so that nearly took out the room, but they can probably take a good chunk off of here. So at least we now know their stims assists. Extilior is still hiding back here. We've now got Florio Lancer, who's going to be really good against that. And then, so this is good if it crits. Oh, do you know what? I've not been paying enough attention to the UI. I'm starting to realise that...
We all saw this.
we all saw this. Yes, we did, which is exactly why I'm not playing Rickety Backfire. So they've got 4 Cinder, so I imagine they're playing someone. Yeah, and whoever they're playing, if they're playing them in line of sight... It looks like it's a melee character. Yes, it's Jailbreak. Okay. So, in this situation, it's do I want to use Snareling to ping Jailbreak, or do I want to use him to ping Extilior? I think... See, that's only 53%.
This moon's talking to me.
I feel like there's got to be... There's nothing even affecting it either. But again, this is the downside of range. So, Bombard can get there. But I think we'd rather just bring in another character, probably even just Chuck and Co. So I'm actually just going to go for this attack first. See if we get lucky. No, it was a 50-50 anyway. This is even less likely. Yep, that's fine. And then I think now we just move back a little. Keep our distance. Bring in Chuck and Co. again. Let's go... They do have access to Stim Burst, so I think over here is good. And then, honestly, I think this is probably what we want to do. I don't think we need to go any further than this. We've got a few turns, so we need to worry about that. Yes, so there we go. They're stimming towards us. This is fine, because we're trying to keep Snareling alive. So at the moment in this, we don't have any healing. We could look at Stitchy McPatchy and something along those lines. But we need to bear in mind that Snareling is going to die to the next Orbital Strike. So really, we need to get good use out of that. So Snareling, when it hits, immobilises the target for a turn, so it doesn't need to damage, unlike some other abilities. So, our turn. In the bridge, we've only got Shrapnel. We can... Can we toss anyone? We might be able to toss Extilior, so...
I'm the Cinder Whisperer.
Let's... move over here first. Yeah, I think this is the right movement. Because then we want to try and get here to range attack this for 80% chance. There you go, so it hit it, that's what we needed. Then we can ping for a little bit of damage.
Overcompensating?
Can we bombard both? There is a world in which we can bombard both. I don't think we need to get out another unit quite yet. I think we're just going to be focusing on you trying to get there. This can then come around the corner. Are we arranged to toss it? No line of sight. Okay, so we're going to save 1 Cinder to next turn. That's absolutely fine. He is immobilised for the turn, so I don't think we need to even worry about using our invulnerable for a turn. They don't know we've got that yet. So this is going to be their next deployment. Next turn we're probably going to be reinforcing and then playing either Shrapnel or whatever we reinforce with. And then we're going to be taking out this guy and starting to work here. This is working really well against melee-based lists, mostly due to Snareling. But again, all the movement shenanigans that we've got in place are really difficult for them to deal with. They could potentially reinforce 2 units this turn. They could, potentially deploy 2 units this turn. They've got 7, that's quite a lot. They could do a big one on activation.
We are prepared.
Chola. End your turn, restore 1 health to your captain for each unspent Cinder. Oh, that's fine. We don't care about that. Tona Mystic Manteo. I've read Cholek instead of the name for some reason.
Defense first.
Yeah, so we're not worried about pinging down Extilio yet. Oh, of course we got the Cinder Infusion as well, so we're absolutely reinforcing first. And we've got our Jailbreak. Perfect. So, first question is, can we get any better than range? So, range matters here, so
Oh, hey.
we can bombard both, so that's probably just the answer there. There we go. Gained additional Cinder. It's not enough for everything, but what I'm going to try and do is move over here. Just use our range attack because we can.
Got a tad on my mind.
And then, oh, of course it's got range. I'm going to put the Sleeper Mine here.
Whoops.
I'm going to try and come over here to get a... What's this? We've got no minus here to line of sight. 75. Perfect, we've got the hit.
Can't rush an artist.
Move over here.
Real
Start
fur
sort
cup
of
holders.
churning our way forwards. Again, we don't need to make anything invulnerable yet. They're going to be healing him basically to max every turn. So we're going to gradually move over here and try and deal with Toner Mystic Manteo. So again, we haven't deployed a unit, but we've got 4 out at the moment, I think, which seems pretty reasonable to me. Again, they can fight our Sleeper Mine. That's absolutely fine if they want to. They're going for Stimber, so they can come up here. But if they do, that's kind of alright to put him in range of things. I'm a little concerned if they could get over to here. That's fine, you can use your Cinder on that. I mean, I would say it's less healing, but it's no different in terms of healing. They're going to bring someone in. Okay, so they're only healing 1 and they've brought in Florio Lancer. Okay, this is good for us. So Toner's just running away in. So it's not got a range is the issue. So we now absolutely want to deal with Florio Lancer.
This moon's talking to me.
So okay, attack units range target all units. I think what we do is we start by using a range attack. That pushes them back is the problem. Where does the gravity disc bring them to? Can we get no? So let's go over here. Get our range attack over this way.
I know,
Gravity
generous
disc to bring it
nurse.
back in. Can we bring both? Not really.
Make friends.
And place a Sleeper Mine right there. We've got our range attack coming in here.
Victory's in
And
our
here we
grasp.
can
Let's review my
get in here. We can toss it backwards one. Yeah, let's just do that for the sake of it.
How does your doom feel?
And then,
Pushy, pushy.
so we've got the bombardment coming in, so I'm actually going to move this over here, spread out as much as possible.
Overcompensating?
Florio's going to go over here, and then we're going to
Overlosing.
bombard here to get both of
Fully
them.
loaded. Gorgeous,
And then
right?
just to make things a little easier, we're going to protect
Safe.
Snarling. There we go. So they can't just bombard and kill the Snarling. They can take some damage here. But again, they're going to be at the moment relying on Toner Mystic Manteo, and we should be able to start deploying things to deal with that shortly. Yep, so this is fine. This is what we thought would happen. They're going to be gaining 6 life back to their captain, which takes them back to full. But then we can start making these moves over here, because Toner doesn't do anything. I think we've got 1 unit left. And is this... Okay, I mean that was bad ordering. We can probably just kill Visol this turn.
What is given?
Okay, so the first thing we're doing is deploying Jailbreak in range of both of these. And then we're going to move our... So our commander's going to shoot. Zax, Jakar,
Drinks
There we go.
just go right through me.
going to shoot here. Get the damage done while we can. Get the melee here. And to be honest, just get the guaranteed damage and toss it.
Precisely as planned.
Then we're going to move over here. We can't summon anymore, but we can still move. and get our range attack in over here, I suppose. We've got sleeper mines and gravity discs. So sleeper mine on here.
It's more scary.
Gravity disc doesn't do anything. We've got a movement over here, so gradually move this way. We're going to be needing to take out Toner Mystic Manteo. And I'm going to end the turn here. Again, we're in a good spot. They've got things that they can do here. It's inconvenient for us, but I think he's out of range of the AoE. I hope. And then he can't move, so realistically he's only taking out the mine and jailbreak. So we've got a little bit of safety net here. If they're just bringing in one unit at a time, again this leaves them down to 2. Yeah, so again it's not hasty, and it's now immobile, and they AoE'd their own unit. Yeah, they're doing the same mistakes that we made in the tutorial here. So they're not going to get anything left. They've got 13 life here. We're not too far away from actually just ending this. Ending it this turn. So we could actually use gravity to drag things maybe this way. I think there's a chance we might have a win here. So let's just work it out. We've got 2 damage here. That should be 3. Potential. So at the moment we can't get in. It's the problem. But we've got additional cinder as well. Okay, so
I'm the Cinder Whisperer.
if we drag. Okay, so the question is, do we go for the Toner Mystic Manteo, or do we just try and deal with this? We can try and take out T-Boo and just force them to attack us. Oh wait, did that crit? Ugh. And then he's got reduced damage. Are we not in range of that? Oh, this is... well, that's just messed absolutely everything up. So... you know what, I don't think it has. Let's bombard over here. They're going to take 1 less damage from it, that's fine.
Incoming! Yeah!
We'll just toss that.
Deliciously devious.
Shoot here, which hits. And we can still just kite away. This can range attack here.
Take a break.
Get missed.
Can't rush an artist.
Again, so we're going to move over here. Going to summon shrapnel over there.
What's that,
And
Barry?
we might as well use this to get something back, reinforce ready for next turn. Anyone not moved,
Trial by fire. Victory's
move
in
over
our
here.
grasp.
Could have potentially meleeed. This is fine. Because he should be immobilized, yep. So we've left to spread out for orbital. Oh, they're still 2 turns away. So this has got to be... that's not good because he's immobile. So that's pretty awkward for them. So if they reinforce though, they're losing healing here. So if they reinforce, we're actually just going to go for full damage on this front. Toner's... I mean, that's more in range of what we want. I think we're probably just going to be trying to nuke down this. Unless they leave this... the... okay, so they've used 1 there. Are they going to reinforce as well? They are... no. So they scored. They heal loads.
Wanna have a jam sesh?
Oh, so Florio can't even fit through that gap. That's so frustrating. Okay, so we're going to just move here.
I mean, whoa.
Get a range attack in.
What? Yep.
And same on this run. Let's get a range in.
Keep it up, Bear.
So that, again, reduces damage by 1. Tipu just needs to get these hits off. It did hit, which is perfect.
Cunning.
Toss him away again.
Precisely as planned.
Okay, we're not far off of being able to get in range here. Again, bombard is probably what we want to be doing if we can get in range. We can't, so we'll just bombard here. And again, we've got Axial Pyro on the bridge, but we're trying to keep things together. Do you know, we can put a sleeper mine onto Toner there, basically,
Nothing to see here.
which is going to be pretty hard for them to deal with.
Ooh, it's almost time.
We've got this movement, so we use this movement to just get over here, keep a bit more.
Let's get you wheeled.
Yeah, but basically we're using this to like stop any reinforcements being an issue. So he's going to go back to full almost, is the problem, but we've got more units out, we've got more units in reserve as well. Okay, so who's coming out now? Okay, that's fine. Don't care about that.
Defensive field activated.
Yeah, activate that on yourself. So we can probably even move Florio back slightly. Use Chuck and Go to throw him this way.
Eager to
So I'm
please.
going to start by just using the shotgun here. That got the damage that we needed, that's perfect. Snarling is still just going to be shooting here. Okay, that's the miss that we were hoping not to get.
Victory's in our grasp!
So have we got a better angle here? Yes, we do. So we'll get the shot off here. In fact, no, we want to shoot here, I believe.
Got a tat on my
It was a
mic.
miss, that's not good. So Florio's going to walk back. Chuck and Co is going to move here. We're going to melee first. Get that big hit. Toss it back. And
Deliciously
use Florio to bombard over there as well.
It's almost too good.
And for the bridge, we will bring Axel Pyro over here.
What do you want?
They have got bombardment, which is probably going over this way. So what we're going to do is also just... So there's one life left there, so we're going to just reinforce it on our Chuck and Co, make him indestructible. So again, there's no healing left now. So Totem Mystic Manteo seems to be a really powerful healer. It's got a lot of things to do. Yeah, so we knew this was going to happen. Snarling is really important, but I feel like
Guard your soft parts.
at the end of the day, it's just more important to
Disarming.
deal with, like, keep this alive, keep the wall, the movement, all our sort of synergy-based stuff. Because we know that that's almost guaranteed to be...
Running's an option.
Oh, okay, so
To the safety
have we
zone.
used the shield barrier? Okay, shield barrier is going there, so that's fine. They're just setting us up another nice little AoE section, so we can probably do that with both our Axel Pyro and the Florio Lancer, maybe even getting T-Poed as well. I don't know if the spin will help here. I'm not quite sure it's in range.
Hit last.
Okay, so this is ignoring the next damage to 0.
You got
Oh,
it.
they're going straight for the commander, trapping him.
Courses of action.
Okay, this is
Breaking records and hearts.
actually pretty difficult to deal with here. Okay, so let's go with the gravity disc first. Bringing them both this way. We're then going to run away. We're going to send Florio Lancer to bomb. Oh no, wait, because we need to range attack here first to reduce that.
Roast your rations for you?
Here we're going to Flamer in a cone.
Aren't you just on fire?
We're going to Cinder Infusion to get
Offensive.
back up.
My
This guy
plan is
won't matter.
foolproof.
Can we get Snarling in a decent bit of range? Minus 22. Ooh, here we go. Minus 12 is the best we can get here. So let's just go there. Hopefully get this on Exterior. It did miss, which is pretty bad news for
This
us.
phone's talking to me.
We're going to Sleeper Mine here. We're going to Bombard here.
Uh-oh! Somebody go boom!
Shotgun here. Which was, I cannot believe, was a miss. Okay, this isn't good because we could actually lose our commander here, but they do have to deal with the mine.
Paradoxes give pause.
So Crankbait is not that relevant here. So this isn't... Yeah, they could actually just rush us here and take us out. Because that little pin move they did there, pinning us up against the wall, was pretty good actually. Yeah, this could be a dead commander. Are they going to reinforce? What's this going to be? They don't have orbital yet. Okay, so the fact that they couldn't use that on my commander is really good for me, because that basically guarantees us a win next turn. They've not got anything they can do with 2 Cinder that's going to do it.
Ruffle you?
Even this can only do 2, possibly 4. So yeah, even just bombarding this and go for a few close-up attacks.
Justice
Yeah,
will
so that was
be
4.
mine.
And they've got 1 melee here. So again, we've pretty much got this guaranteed. They're going to pin us in, that's fine.
This is frustration.
If they got 2 cost unit, that seems reasonable to do. our R6 Gatwine yet, so they can do another 1 to 2 damage to us. But this is going to be the end here, I believe.
Overcompensating?
So we can bombard those 3. There you go.
Fully loaded.
We can get our
Need a moment to take
range
all
attacking
this
on here.
in.
Push it back.
Is working?
Fire Flamer over there. And there we
Smells
go.
like breakfast.
So we were in a pretty decent spot. We did have a little bit of a risk there where we, I think, got a little bit too aggressive with our captain. But it ended up being a victory. So they played some nice little pinning maneuvers, like move blocking and that sort of thing, which, you know, we haven't done much of yet because we've not been playing the melee, we've been playing the ranged. But another successful game. So thank you very much for watching. I'm really enjoying this. We still haven't even seen Mequani Thicket, which is what we're hoping for. Jailbreak did a great job. So let's have a look, see who we saw here. So Pyro was just damaged. Tony didn't show up. Snarling is impressing me. I think I'm really liking Snarling at the moment. Florian is just very consistent damage when we've got, because we just sort of get things out and then we can just deal with the additional Cinder and just spend it where we need to. Chuck and Co. I'm starting to like a bit as well. And we saw Jailbreak, Shrapnel. Which one's Shrapnel? Oh, the shotgun one. Yeah, fine. Like Shrapnel and Pyro don't feel very different to me, but I really enjoyed that. So we've got our level 2, which is in the last game, moving our way towards some blanks. Hopefully we'll get to a booster pack, but I don't think you can open them because otherwise I think I'd have seen something on the Discord or Reddit or something like that of someone, you know, doing their first pack opening. But I've really enjoyed that, so thank you very much for watching. As always, the same standard YouTube thing, so like the video, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't hurt. I'm going to be uploading regular content. I've got at least a few more videos I'm going to be recording after this as well, so hopefully we'll have some consistent ones until the actual early access release as well. And then if you hit the subscribe button, really does give me a little bit of that sense of well-being. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and have a good day.